And we are live. Stacy Hall is here for day 3 of Prospect and Recruit Professionals on LinkedIn. And I am joined today by Dee Wright and Elisa Mardigan, two people in our community that I think everybody knows. So would you say hi to Dee and Elisa? And they have agreed to be guinea pigs today to some extent, in that they don't really know what I'm going to talk about regarding their profiles yet. They said, sure, I'll volunteer. You do whatever you want, Stacy. So they're going to be making it easier for me to be able to demonstrate for everybody. All right, before we start, day 1, everybody was in love with LinkedIn. How easy it could be to find people. Day 2, not as many people in love with LinkedIn. And that's the point. It's not that we wanted to talk you out of LinkedIn. It's that we're saying it doesn't replace Facebook, right? If you really want to talk to consumers, people who are going to need your product, like, why is she doing this? She's trying to find the word called eyeshadow. All right, so if they need eyeshadow, it's going to be much harder to find those people on LinkedIn unless you want to reach professional makeup artists. Versus there's tons of women who go to Instagram and Facebook, maybe some men too, looking for eyeshadow, for makeup tips on Facebook and Instagram, or even Pinterest, which is where you would expect to find them, or TikTok. Much more consumer friendly than LinkedIn. So some of you are having trouble finding a category in financial services that you fit, because you really are meant to just be talking to consumers. And if you are, then you've got Facebook, and you've got Twitter, and you've got Instagram, and you have Clubhouse, and you have, as we said, TikTok, right? You've got all of those. You don't have to use LinkedIn. And I'm going to give you an example of somebody that today, so I think you all know I'm one of the MLSP mentors, and I had 2 coaching sessions today with 2 different mentorship clients. And in both cases, the jury's out whether LinkedIn is really going to be better for them or not. So in the first case, and I have permission, I don't really have permission for the second one, so I'm only going to tell you the first one. As I was going through and helping her update her profile, because that's one of the things I can do one-to-one in a mentorship call, she was showing that in 2 places on her profile on LinkedIn that she is a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints. And she wants to be a social media marketing trainer for home-based businesses. And I said, okay, you get to have a choice. So, right, Elisa and Dee, she has a choice. She can leave the religious information on her LinkedIn profile, or she can take it off. Why would she do one or the other? So let's just play. Elisa, why would she leave it on, do you think?
Well, she
you just froze.
Audience.
You just froze, so we didn't really understand what you said.
Okay, so she would leave it on if that was her audience. If
her audience of people in, okay. And Dee, why might she take it off?
Well, I don't know. It's, when it comes to religion, I prefer not to have that kind of stuff on my profile, politics and things like that.
On Facebook, pretty acceptable. On LinkedIn, we're going back into the world of business where they ask us to check that stuff at the door, right?
Exactly.
So it does look a little stranger on LinkedIn, unless, as Elisa said, so you're both right, unless, as Elisa said, she really wants to make connections on LinkedIn with members of the church.
Unless it's an interest.
Say that again?
Unless you put it in the interest section, maybe
Or she
something
could
like
also
that.
put in the interest, but still religion
Right.
is not exactly like quilting.
Right.
So what we said, what we did together is we looked to see if she could do a search by members of the Church of Latter-day Saints. And everybody who came up in the search works for the church. No, just people putting that they are members of the church in their profile. So then I looked to see if there were any groups of members. Nope. So under those circumstances, I said to her, it's still up to you whether you want to keep it or not. But on LinkedIn, if you put something there, not in the interests even, but this is part of her profile, that could indicate to people that you only want to work with people of your church. And you could wind up having people not contact you. I said, but that's a really great audience. Like there's probably a lot of people in the home networking industry because there's a lot of network marketing businesses headquartered in Utah. And she said, well, as a matter of fact, it's very much a part of our religion. Well, I know, because I know a lot of folks of that religion. And I said, so really, that would be a nice broad audience that's actually vertical. As we say, like you don't find that too often. Lots of people all focused on one interest, the church. Let's go over to Facebook and see if it's easier to find them there. Well, we did a search of groups. They just keep going on and on and on. 240,000 people, 125,000 people, all support groups of people in that church. And I said, seems to me a lot easier to find them on Facebook than it would be to find them. And she said, well, what about network marketing? And I said, well, you have two ways to do that on Facebook in these groups. Join the group. Some of them might let you actually put a post that says, is anybody here in network marketing like I am? They'll just start coming to you. If they don't let you put that post, then you go into the list of members, you look at members with things in common, and you look at their titles, self-employed, rep for such and such. And we did. I showed her a few of them, one after another after another. So there's really no reason she'd have to recreate her LinkedIn profile completely. Why put time and energy in where it's going to be hard, where she could just jump right into Facebook groups right now and start making connections. Dee Dee, yeah, you love that smile. What's showing up for you?
That's exactly right, because I was just sitting there thinking that some people are kind of asking me, well, what about Facebook versus LinkedIn? And I was just kind of thinking some of the comparisons, and I'm thinking some people are going to try to go, oh, well, just because LinkedIn's, is what you're doing, I'm going to try to get on there. No, that's not what I said. So that's a perfect explanation of it. Thank you.
That's right. Much easier to meet people of your faith on Facebook, where people expect you to be open about your personal life, than LinkedIn, where they expect you to leave it at the door. Elisa, anything about that before we go into the difference between posts and articles?
No, actually, I totally agree, but I'm glad you said it because I didn't realize LinkedIn preferred not to have that on your profile.
Okay. I know it's not my end, but I'm going to double check. Are you aware we're losing you a lot? Are you got the ability to hardwire in? So I'm hardwiring just to make sure, but I can hear Dee Dee just fine. So all right, we'll adjust. We'll make it work. All right, so I'm about to go in. Now you're frozen. You might have to come out and come back in because we're losing you a bit. Dee Dee, is it happening for you too?
No, I'm good on this
Lisa,
end.
are you seeing?
Oh, yes. Yeah, she's frozen. Well, she was frozen. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys work that out. Let me get the presentation up. All right. Alrighty, ready? Here we go. I'm going to screen share. So today, because we have so much to cover, there we are. And let's go into presentation mode. All right, Dee Dee, can you see that okay? Dee Dee, you're muted. Can you see
Sorry,
that?
it makes my whole screen big. Yes, I can see it very well.
All right, well, let's go. We're going to talk about posts versus articles, when to use each one. So for those of you who may not know, there's two different ways to share your LinkedIn content, and they're very, very different. LinkedIn posts and what used to be called LinkedIn articles is now called LinkedIn Pulse. So if you haven't been over on LinkedIn for a while and you don't know what Pulse is articles. Don't ask me why. Maybe the heartbeat. Okay. So somebody did a poll, which I saw, and I thought this was really cool because it's like, do you do one or do you do the other? Well, the vast majority of people, when asked, say they do both. All right, so now it's a little bit more work, right, to do if you're going to do both. And only one person here actually said they only do articles. If you are watching us, go ahead and drop in. If you are on LinkedIn, do you only do articles? Do you only do posts? Or do you do both? Let us know if you do one, the other, or both. All right, and I dropped this graphic earlier in our group. And posts, and you'll see an idea. So Gary V, who a lot of people know, does a lot of posting. He also does articles. Posts, you can have no more than 700 characters in a post. They do limit you. It will only show in the news feed for up to 10 days, usually more like 3, unless you're somebody like Gary, whose people just keep finding his posts and keeping them alive. And but the good news is they appear in the news feed as soon as somebody opens up LinkedIn. Your news feed is right there, and you can just start scrolling and see different kinds of posts. And so will they if you do a post. All right, versus an article, which has no limits. It can be as long as you want. So it's great for bloggers. They're saved, and they're easy to find on Google. So some of you might not know that. Your articles, LinkedIn actually puts out to Google. So if you were to search your name after you've done an article, you're going to find your article on LinkedIn. It may not rank very high, but it'll be there. And it'll also be on your personal profile. Now, when it says LinkedIn doesn't boost articles, it means it doesn't keep them moving for you. You have to be the one to let somebody know, other than putting it out on Google, other than letting it stay on your profile page. If you want somebody to know you wrote an article, you have to write a post and put the link to the article in it. Okay, so that's the difference between posts and articles. So Dee Dee, look at this. We're going to get to posts and articles for you. I just wanted to take a look at your profile and then Elisa's. Elisa, we're okay? You're doing all right, hon? You're muted. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm on my phone now and I'm not used to it.
All right. All right. Well, we're gonna let you figure it out while we look at Dee Dee's profile.
Okay.
So we can see Dee Dee is going to the default banner, right, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Elisa, you may need, if you're on your phone and if it's an iPhone, you may need to stop interruptions. You may need to put your phone on silent because any call or any notification you get is going to knock you off. Couple of technical bits of training today. All right. There's a beautiful headshot of you. That is great. She's smiling. She's full face. We can see her eyes. Now that is a headshot. That is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Entrepreneur at Easy Marketing. what professional service do you think you provide? Now, you told us where you said providing services, and it needs to be in the headline. So, digital marketing, email marketing, content marketing, social media marketing. How about you, instead of calling yourself an entrepreneur, how about you call yourself founder of Easy Marketing, social media marketing consultant?
Got it.
Because
I
Easy
like the sound of
Marketing
that.
is your company, right?
Right.
Founder, CEO, give yourself a pay grade. You're not an entrepreneur on LinkedIn. You're a business owner. Owner.
Awesome.
And in the headline as well, social media marketing consulting. So they know what Easy Marketing does.
Gotcha.
All right. And then you're going to want, if you
Okay.
really are a social media marketing consultant, they would expect you to have a branded banner. So
Agreed.
if you're going to be on LinkedIn, that's like number one. You got to get moving on getting that going. Now,
Okay.
these are not clickable links. I didn't go to see how much information you have about Easy Marketing, but I'm going to suggest to you, if you have it here, do you see where it says Easy Marketing?
Yes.
That's a clickable link. You're going to want to go take a look and see if your company page is really set up.
Okay.
If your company page is not set up and you don't have the time or the wherewithal, take it away. Do not tell people you own Easy Marketing, because they're going to expect to see a company page fully developed. And we're not talking about that during the challenge.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so don't give them something to click on that's not complete, because that will leave, and this is for everybody. This was what I looked at with someone else today. All sorts of links that went nowhere. And in fact, one of them, if you clicked on it, it said the page was no longer available.
Gotcha.
And they were positioning themselves as a social media marketing consultant.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you taking away from that, Dee Dee? Just that little bit of advice.
Make sure my links work.
And why?
Yes.
Why do you want those links to work?
Because you don't want to send somebody somewhere that goes to nothing. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Well, that part's obvious. The part that's really, it's not so obvious, is the psychological part. You only have one time to make a first impression.
Right.
And so if you say you're a social media marketing consultant and they don't see that you look the part and you've got your stuff set up, they won't come back. If they were a connection, they'll unconnect you. They won't refer you. They won't do anything. So remember, first impressions are lasting impressions.
Gotcha.
So if you're going to be on LinkedIn, this is for you and for everybody. Make sure everything's set up and everything works and looks the way it's supposed to, or remove it.
Okay.
All right. So I went to take a look, and this is the last time you posted. This is your most recent post.
Right.
1 year ago. So again, everything about your profile right now, not that I'm picking on Dee Dee, she gave me permission. I told her, because she could have changed things, but I said, please don't change it until we talk.
I was going to.
I wanted to have a volunteer. She was gracious enough, so she knows I'm not picking on her. I know she wanted to change it. I said, leave it, because this is great to show people. And if she's going to position herself as a social media marketing expert, there has to be more posts.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm also going to talk to you about the post itself here. This is a great post for Facebook. This is why we don't communicate the same things on LinkedIn that we do on Facebook. I'm so pumped. Our 3-day Facebook challenge. You're on LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn. All right. And you're going through. You're on LinkedIn and you're talking about Facebook.
Oops.
Okay, well, and some of you are going to say, well, couldn't she? Of course she could if it had started out with, is anyone else here also on Facebook? Are you more comfortable with LinkedIn than you are with Facebook? Now you're engaged. Now they're going, oh, well, yeah, but yeah, I wanted to, would you like to know how to change your communication style for Facebook? If so, you're in the right place because I'm going to be teaching, and we don't ever call it challenges. That was day one. We don't call them challenges on LinkedIn. They're webinars, they're seminars, they're workshops on LinkedIn. People go to webinars, seminars, and workshops in business.
Got it.
I'm teaching a 5-day workshop online on how to better utilize Facebook in addition to LinkedIn. So that's how you would do it.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you could go in and you could edit this, but if it was me, I'd just go ahead and create a new post and let people know you've got training on how to do Facebook. So thanks, Dee Dee, for letting me share that with you.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right. And then here, articles, nothing to see here. All right. So you're going, no, it's not funny. Stop laughing, Elisa. It's not funny. Why are you
Yes, it
laughing?
is.
You make me laugh, Stacy.
Okay.
The way you say it.
It's funny.
If Dee Dee's going to present herself as a social media marketing expert or anyone else out there, make sure you got at least one article in here, one blog, one long story post. Okay. Because LinkedIn, this is what LinkedIn will tell people. Nothing to see here. Okay, then. All right. So I didn't create that graphic. That's LinkedIn's graphic, just to be clear. All right. So Dee Dee, we're going to get into posts and articles here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, Elisa, it's your turn. All right. Now, you might say, oh my God, that's a fabulous banner. And it just goes away. It's a fabulous banner. And it looks great for Facebook.
Oh,
Okay. And only a little tweaking. First
Okay.
off, I mean, it's okay. So I want to say this picture is a glorious headshot picture.
okay.
Okay. This one in the circle, not so much. Okay.
Oh.
Well, on Facebook, you want to show the two sides of you, buttoned up coach and fun. On LinkedIn, you want just the one, just the more businessy.
Okay.
Okay. And 2 pictures of yourself is a little redundant on LinkedIn.
True.
So if you can take this picture, move it into the circle,
Okay.
okay, you can still have yourself pointing down. We're going to get to your headline here in a second. Use the headline network marketing strategies for women. That works. Take out the mom boss coach. Because remember,
Okay.
we're not coaches on LinkedIn.
Right.
We're consultants. So you can say network marketing strategies for women, but I would give yourself a name. I would call it a business, but I would call Mom Boss Consulting, not the Mom Boss Coach. Take off the Mom Boss Consulting
So
services.
even though that's different from all my other platforms, that's okay?
That's exactly what has to happen. That's what I've been saying the last few days. LinkedIn has its own culture, its own
Okay.
communication style. It's okay.
Yep.
If you're going to be on LinkedIn and you want to talk to more business-minded women, even though I've said, if you want to talk to network marketers, you have to have a network marketing business service. You do.
Okay.
Network marketing strategies is right there. Beautiful. But you're going to call yourself Mom Boss Consulting.
And
for
that
LinkedIn.
goes on the banner or not on the banner?
You can be on the banner where you have the
Okay.
Mom Boss Coach, just replace it.
Okay.
And message me and learn how to get a free strategy session. Okay, on LinkedIn, consulting session, free
Okay.
consulting session. Free consult actually is better.
Free consult.
Get a free consult.
Okay.
Okay, see, just these little bit of word tweaks.
Mhm.
So over here, Elisa Mardigan, just Elisa Mardigan, not the Mom Boss Coach.
Okay.
And listen, I know that people do this stuff on LinkedIn all the time. I'm talking about the most acceptable way
Yeah.
to do it. So instead of the Effortless Success Academy, now you've got Mom Boss Consulting.
Okay.
The step-by-step system of the Effortless Success Academy is going to go down below in your About section.
Okay. So the only thing going under my name is Mom Boss Consulting.
Mom Boss Consulting, you could do a dash, Network Marketing Strategies for Women.
Okay.
That's like the subtitle of your business, the brand line of your business. But this academy and what you offer through the academy, that goes into your About section.
Okay.
Which is why when you bring this picture with your finger pointing down, makes even more sense.
Good idea. Okay.
And you can still put in the About section, free strategist, free consult, free
Okay.
consult. All right, now stop working for someone else's dream and start doesn't even fit on the line here.
Yep.
And that's not a business. It's like, that's supposed to be the name of a business. I'm very well aware of who you followed to do that. If it's been getting you, has it been getting you sales?
I haven't, to be honest, I haven't
Yeah.
been here lately.
Okay, but you would be if you were having people contact you.
Yes.
Yeah, so can't be working that well.
No.
Just saying, a couple of years ago, that might have been, it's not where people are at. You now have the Mom Boss Consulting firm. Put that in there and create a company page for it. Or don't put
Oh.
anything in there.
So a company page on LinkedIn?
Yeah, you'll see
Oh.
when you put it in, where you put this information, you just replace that title with Mom Boss Consulting Services,
Yeah.
and you'll have a place for a description, and it will become a link. And when you click the link, it's like LinkedIn has created a place for you to create a company page. So you
Cool.
just put the
Okay.
same information over there.
Awesome. Okay.
And many of this is brand new to you.
Yeah.
I'm you, the others. All right. And then you don't need get a free strategy session. You've
Okay.
already got it up here. And again, duplication almost indicates to people on LinkedIn, what are you, stupid? What are you, stupid? You can't see that okay. Yeah.
Duplication is bad.
In this area.
Yeah.
It's like, didn't you have any, it's either you must think I'm stupid that I didn't see it, or don't you have anything else to talk about?
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Dee Dee's making sense? You think I'm being too harsh?
No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty factual. No, that makes sense. Are you sure you don't think I'm being too harsh?
Oh, I would tell you.
Okay. All right. Then let's keep it moving before she does.
Yeah.
So here's Elisa. And I'm going to move this out of the way, and hopefully we're all still here. Okay. So Lisa, the Mom Boss Coach, she just told us she hasn't been here for 10 months. We can see how long.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And look what you were talking about.
I know.
Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. It's okay.
Glad I'm not the only one.
Now.
This is what people do, and it's why they don't get sales from LinkedIn or connection requests. And why you stopped coming here, because nothing was happening. I put the Instagram post out on LinkedIn and nobody responded. Yeah. Put it on Facebook, that's linked to Instagram, you would get more responses. LinkedIn are like, if she's so excited about Instagram, why doesn't she just go over to Instagram?
It makes sense.
I don't know what people are thinking. I just thought I'd have some fun today, like making up what people are saying. But still, common sense is. So now you said, what if there was a way you could harness an Instagram strategy? They're like, Well, there probably is, but I'm not interested. But you
Right.
could say, what if you had done research that found how many people are on LinkedIn and Instagram?
Ah.
Aha. Now you
mhm.
say, did you know that 64, I'm making it up, 64% of LinkedIn users are also on Instagram and they use it to support and make more sales.
Yeah.
If you're not on Instagram, why not? You're missing
Okay.
out. You see?
Yep.
Okay. That's how you make it more valuable to a LinkedIn user. Dee Dee, anything you want to say about that?
Nope. I think that's good. I can do the same thing for Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So now, you know how on Facebook we always say you want to post every day? And if you're in your group, you want to be there every day.
Mhm.
That ain't the truth on LinkedIn.
Good. Oh,
Yes, it is good. It's good. But why did you say it's good, Dee Dee?
well, I mean, because it's just one less thing that I have to worry about doing every single day. So it's
Yep.
more leverage, more automation.
Yep. And
Yep.
it actually works against you if you're there every day. Influencers who post more than 50 times a month on LinkedIn see an average of 26 engagements per post. That's not bad. Those who post less, 30 to 50 times, 56 engagements.
Wow.
Goes up. Those who post less than 30 times a month see even more engagement.
Nice.
Yeah. Why? Because people are not on LinkedIn all the time and they don't expect you to be there. So if you're there posting. Now, Gary V's there every day. He just is. But that's his brand, right? Being your face all the time. He didn't build his brand on LinkedIn. He hired people and he built his brand on all platforms at the same time. Exactly. So if you're on LinkedIn and you already loving Gary Vee from other places, great. Then it works for you. But he's not counting on LinkedIn to grow his, where do you think Gary Vee mostly grows his audience? Where do you think? Dee Dee?
Facebook.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
He's
Yeah.
YouTube.
in your face, communicating, and that's what he's sharing about. He's getting people, as many people as he can, to his YouTube channel.
Yep.
That's where he's at. Okay.
He's a resource.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to post 2 to 3 times a week, but no more than 30 times a month for optimal engagement. Post in the mornings,
Nice.
perhaps on your way into work or their way into work. Remember, a lot of these people, especially now that the world is getting back to not normal, but more normal from before, they're going to start going into work again. They're going to start dropping kids off at school again. So they're going to go back to routines unless they left the job market completely. But even then, people start on social media first thing in the day. And then you want to revisit the posts later in the day to reply to comments, which will then boost engagement. LinkedIn does the same sort of thing that Facebook does. You get engagement, you get comments. I'm going to show you how to get more engagement. LinkedIn will wind up keeping it in the news feed longer. That's what it does. So your people have more of a chance of seeing it. Right, so people say to me all the time about every platform, and I don't know if this is hiding it or not, but it's like, no. LinkedIn systems spot when people are using automation and will hide your posts so no one sees them. LinkedIn hates automation. So do not use those kind of automatic posting services if you're going to be on LinkedIn. Okay. If you're going to use automation tools on LinkedIn, you should still limit the number of posts to no more than 30 times a month. But if you already know they're going to hide your posts, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm just moving my screen around here. Articles with images, 94% more total views. Now that's different. It used to be when LinkedIn first started, if you put a picture on, they would tell you go over to Facebook. Facebook is for pictures. Instagram's for pictures. All right. So you would only just get all text posts. It's changed. Articles with images on LinkedIn get 94% more total views. And you can add videos, slides, or podcasts to a post or even documents. And documents can be turned into carousel posts. And I'm going to show you what those are. It's basically, it's multiple. It's like what you do on stories, right? At least I know, and Dee Dee, I haven't ever seen you do multiple pictures in a story. Have you done that?
No, but I know what it is.
Yeah, at least I've seen. She does that. I know Kim Ward does that really, really well. All right, so documents can be turned into carousel posts on LinkedIn. If you upload a series of visuals as a document, LinkedIn will display that as a carousel, which users can side swipe through. So here's an example. So you go to documents and you upload it, and this is what it will look like. All right, LinkedIn prefers users to upload their content directly to their platform rather than posting a link to another site that hosts it. So let's say you did a great blog on Facebook and you want to take the link and drop it on LinkedIn and say, but if you're interested in knowing more, LinkedIn will also not show it. They hate when you send people or your YouTube video. Okay. So if you're posting a video, it's better to upload it to LinkedIn rather than posting a YouTube link or a TikTok link or an Instagram link. Okay. LinkedIn wants its own self. It is not hooked up with anybody else.
I was just about to say that LinkedIn wants its own everything.
It wants its own everything. And somebody wrote to me recently, if you look into who owns it, Microsoft took over LinkedIn. They bought it not so terribly long ago. And so they're doing something with it. You're going to see more changes, but they are really intent on business users, and they're making it easier. Knowing that businesses become more friendly, they're doing things too. They're also doing a lot of tracking stuff. So what looks like friendly to us is tracking for them. Right. Here is the formula. And by the way, everybody's going to get this PDF. I hope if you're pleased, I'm going to give you the PDF in the group. Drop an X. Let me know if you're happy you're going to get the PDF. If you think this is going to be of value to you. Dee Dee's happy. I see Dee Dee's happy. Elisa's like,
No, yes.
I'll take any
I'm
help I can
happy.
get.
All right.
Get ready to
So,
write it down anyway.
yeah, but you're going to get it right. And really, the whole PDF is going to be uploaded right after this call. All right. It says, for every one self-serving post on LinkedIn, meaning about you, about whatever you're doing, you should repost one relevant post, meaning find a post from someone of your connections and repost it for them. Or find a post from one of your influencers and repost it for them. And most importantly, share 4 pieces of relevant content written by others. And that's from the Content Marketing Institute. So if you, for every 5 posts on LinkedIn, 1 is about you. 1 is a reshare, simply just a reshare. And what are the other 4? When it says other people's content, you might say that sounds like resharing. It is, but you're giving an opinion on it.
Oh,
So you're taking what they said. So you find their link on LinkedIn, remember, don't find a link anywhere else. Grab it from something they wrote on LinkedIn, share it, and add your perspective on it.
Nice.
Well, I was going to say, I'm glad that you like it. I bet you there's some people going, oh my God, this is now getting hard, right? And if I have
Yep.
to go find other people's, I know.
I love giving my opinion. What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
As do I.
so ultimately, Stacy, you'd only be doing, say, like if you're posting a maximum of say 3 times a week, you're doing your self-serving post every other week.
Well, no, because if you're doing 3, that would be 6 posts. So if you start with your first one is self-serving, next one's reshare, 4, you would, on the second week, the following week, your last post would be a self-serving one again.
Right.
So
right.
you'd still
Okay.
be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
However, might there be a time as it goes through that it would be every 2 weeks? Probably,
Yeah.
but I would need a calculator to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah. So for some people, they're going to look at this and go, oh my God, that's so much easier. For other
Mhm.
people, they're going to say it's so much harder to have to go find other people's content to share. Here's what happens by doing it though. Other people will start sharing your content.
Yeah.
We do it
That's it.
anyway.
What?
We do that anyway. And you're on Facebook and everywhere else. We do it anyway.
We do it anyway.
Yeah.
Or people who don't understand about engagement do.
Right.
I'll say that for sure.
Duh.
All right. So that's how you get other people mentioning you. And then resharing your content. So even though you may only be sharing it once, if other people, let's say you have 10 other people sharing your content out there, isn't that cool?
Mhm.
Really cool.
Yes.
All right. So you can go find industry thought leader content, news, and trends. As I said, important to add your own opinion. Many people like or share posts that they've read, or sometimes without reading them at all. They're just like, let's get that out there. All right. Set yourself apart by adding your own opinions, your questions, or other commentary within the comments. So you can either, when you share it, you can put it in the description, or you can just share it and add a comment to it,
Mhm.
which will then boost engagement. And Dee, you're
Like
really
this.
loving this.
Oh yeah, I love giving my opinion about stuff. This is right up my alley. I'm about to go
All
do
right.
it right now.
All right, good. And you can also do a poll, like your content. You can do a poll once a week, like those
Awesome.
of you, and that's a way to get people engaged. And then you'll go, okay, well, if this person commented, I'll go endorse them. I'll go share something they wrote. So what I've started doing in my connection requests, when people connect with me, I say, here's my latest post. Do you have one you'd like me to read? So that I'm getting them trained right from the start. Yeah, that's a little bonus. It's not here on the PDF. I'm just saying, thanks for your connection request. Really appreciate it. Here's my latest post if you'd like to read it. And do you have one you would like me to read on your behalf? And then I get content I can just go share.
It's awesome.
Okay, good. Don't be afraid to respectfully, Dee Dee, disagree with something. Although I know you always are. You're always tactful. That was a joke. But for some people, like we know on Facebook, right? People are not always respectful.
Yeah.
That does not go over on LinkedIn. Okay, this is not Twitter. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not on Twitter.
Me
Yeah.
either. I'm
Get it.
there. I have no idea what's happened there. Like I'll share stuff from LinkedIn over there because, well, that you can't. LinkedIn doesn't link Twitter. I linked up Twitter and LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and so I do send stuff that I write over to Twitter, and I don't go reading what's
No.
over there.
You drop and go.
Yes, you do. I do. And it's always a link. So it's like if they find me another way, then great. If they go on the link, I'm good. All right. Don't be afraid to respectfully disagree with something and suggest a different viewpoint. this can start a debate, but it'll be a professional debate.
Right.
And you'll find that the post gets a lot more engagement.
Cool.
If you say, you know, so-and-so said that you should only be on LinkedIn and not on Facebook, and I can appreciate where they're coming from. I'm on both and I get sales from both. So I'm curious if anyone else is doing both. That would be a way to respectfully disagree.
You mean I can't say something like you suck or something like that?
You can. I'm not saying you cannot. I'm just saying I'm not the LinkedIn police. I'm just not sure what kind of, you know, what kind of engagement you'd get on that. That's all. Okay. Now, here's another no-no. Do not post about your product.
Oh, crap.
So those of us who have been taught about curiosity posts, great, but it's even more than that. It isn't showing, you know, your cream without the label. It's about thought leadership, thoughts, wisdom. So posting about the product will turn people away. And this is all from, and this isn't Stacy's opinion, by the way. I did a lot of research on what the common truths are that people, experts teaching about LinkedIn, what are they telling people? Which then creates the culture, right? It's the culture that you're speaking into. So it's better to engage in thought leadership style conversations. And if people like what you're saying, they'll go and check out your profile. It is more about building relationships and making new contacts, just like we've been talking about on MLSP for eons, 13 years to be exact. Okay.
So it looks like building relationships is still the basis of all the platforms, regardless, just in a different way.
Well, Facebook and LinkedIn for sure. For sure. All right, so what's this? You can go live on LinkedIn. You can bring thought leaders along with you on LinkedIn. Now, you have to apply. If you just go to your profile and go, where's the live button? No, you have to actually search. You have to Google, or I'm not sure I made that in the PDF, that link may be hyper. I don't want to move to it, but this is the page that link will take you to, and you apply for it. So it doesn't come automatically. Why? I don't know. I cannot answer that. LinkedIn can tell you perhaps. So you apply to be able to go live so that you can bring people on board with you, or just talk yourself. So yeah, there was a time you could not go live on LinkedIn. That time is in the past now. I was waiting for some reaction on that.
Talk about platform competition. Good Lord.
Are we having too much fun? We'll have to find out if anybody's still. It could just be the three of us talking to each other right now.
You brought me on here, so I'm just saying.
I'm having a grand old time. It's Monday, and we're network marketers, and I love it that we can have fun on a Monday.
That's
Every
right.
day's like a Friday.
All right. All right. For the rest of you who may still be here, yes, we're going to come over. We just wanted to get through the slides, and then we're going to spend lots of time talking to folks in the chat. So keep dropping your questions. We're coming over. So 79% of marketers say that live video leads to more authentic audience interaction. So Dee Dee, go live and give all your opinions. Just do it once a week.
Oh
Once a week. Okay.
I'll try.
Once a week on LinkedIn. Do the rest of it over on Facebook or Clubhouse or wherever.
Okay.
Or Instagram. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. 82% of audiences would rather watch live video than read a post. Good reason to apply to be able to go live. LinkedIn live videos see more engagement, 7 times more reactions, 24 times more comments. Compared, not compared to a post. Look at that. Compared to other video uploads.
Wow.
You will get 24 times more comments on a LinkedIn live than you will on YouTube. That's what that says.
They mean business over here.
They sure do. Because I love, may I quote you?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So I think maybe now more people are going, well, maybe I do want to stick around on
Okay,
LinkedIn.
I'm just saying,
Maybe I do.
I was kind of wishy-washy about it even when I got on here, but now I'm like, hey, okay, you know what? I think I like LinkedIn.
Dee Dee, I think it was
Sounding a
made
lot
for you
more
for the comments you're making. I think LinkedIn was made for you.
I'm sorry, I underestimated LinkedIn.
I'm sure it'll forgive you.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll find out.
All right. And then tagging, you're it. When you tag another user, Dee, you can tag me all day long. I will tag you right back. Elisa, you too, if you're into tagging.
Careful what you ask for.
Sure.
That's perfectly fine. I love it. I love it. Just remember, I won't be there all day long every day. Okay?
Me either, that's okay.
Okay. When you tag another user within your post, they'll get notified of the mention, which will have them go take a look at why did you tag me? Okay, so this is different than Facebook. We've always said do not tag someone on Facebook if they're not in the photo, right? Otherwise, that's spamming on Facebook. LinkedIn, the culture is tag me all day long. Let me know what you're up to.
Okay.
Right, I'm busy. What do you want?
I'm busy. What do you want? I know that's on LinkedIn. It's like, wow, you mentioned me. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
Let me go see where you mentioned me. Okay, as long as you're not saying something negative about them, they will be very and they
You
will.
don't
They'll
suck.
comment. Yeah, no, Dee Dee, what is it? What is it about sucking today?
You were drinking.
Did you have a bad morning? I'm just wondering. Did you have a sucky morning? Because I don't think I've ever heard you use that word before. And now, what? You're using it.
I had a great morning, actually.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you're just using it for emphasis, and we'll let that be because it's more appropriate than the word that Brian usually uses for emphasis. Sounds similar, not the same.
Brian, you're rubbing off on me, dude.
Yeah. All right. All right. Before we lose everybody, let me get back to this. But here's the thing. Only tag people who are relevant to the post. Otherwise, it is spammy. So if you're talking about social media marketing and you tag me and you say, Stacy, do you agree with this? It's relevant. If you tag somebody who you don't even know, and because you're just trying to get them to look at your post, not so relevant. Okay. And then don't over mention the same people all the time, which is why I said, Dee Dee, feel free. Go, fine. Mention me on everyone. I'm perfectly happy with that. But most people don't want to be mentioned every time because then it feels like you're just trying to get me to read your posts now. Okay, so.
Or at least ask their
Spread
permission.
the love. What?
Or at least ask their permission, if that's what they want.
Well, yeah, ask their permission. Would you want me to tag you? Some people, like, I'm going to give a shout out to Coriani, Baptist here. On Facebook, when I say don't tag people, she's like, but my people ask me to do it. If they ask you to do it, then do it, for sure. And then don't tag too many people in the post. So what's too many? Let's say keep it under 10, and 6 is probably a good number. Otherwise, it does look like you're just trying to load up your post and get engagement.
Looks like you're trying to sell something.
Yeah, or you're just really needy. You need a lot of attention, and who needs that, right?
Desperation breath.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm just going to ask the two of you. Dee Dee, did you ever work in an office?
Yes.
Okay, and Lisa, did you ever work in an office? No. Okay.
Nope.
So Dee Dee and I have both worked in office. Remember the person that always went around, like always had to be talking to everybody?
Yes,
Just
I sat right next to him.
Badinsky? Okay. There you go. Like you'd be working and focusing, and they're like, do you have a minute? No, I don't think so. It's pretty clear. I'm on the phone and I'm on the computer at the same time. No. Okay. That would be like the equivalent of the person who tags too many people.
Gotcha.
Okay, good.
Good example. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Now, Tagging is tagging people. Hashtags is hashtags. And hashtags on your posts on LinkedIn will help your content get discovered. Now, just remember, using the hashtags, you're going to show up in the feed of everybody who's ever used that hashtag. They might go away from you, but on the other hand, they might find you too. LinkedIn gets to categorize your posts and separate them from other content. Facebook does the same. I've always said, though, on Facebook, when you're dealing directly with consumers and we all look the same to them, don't do it. But on LinkedIn, if they're looking specifically for services, then make sure your services are hashtagged. Social media marketing, content marketing, blogging, financial services, insurance services, sales. You want to use the relevant hashtags so that if somebody goes on LinkedIn and says, okay, I want to find a travel agent. Okay, I need a corporate travel agent. So the hashtag would be corporate travel agent. If they're looking for one, they're going to put in the hashtag corporate travel agent. Who comes up? So here you do want to be found by hashtags because people are thinking business, not just people.
Oh man.
Yeah. Happy?
Wow.
Indeed.
Like,
All right.
wow.
In honor of Dee Dee, do not write suck in the comments, but write a wow if you like this
Suck,
idea of
Stacey.
hashtagging. Let's drop a wow for Dee Dee in there. All right. Using
Okay.
hashtags, yeah, they'll ensure when members are looking for information on a certain topic, your article will come up. And if you want to know what are popular hashtags, like what's trending now. Wait, no, I'm going back. Okay. When you go under search, or it will also be on the home page, right on the left-hand side, it'll say discover hashtags or followed hashtags. So if you want to see the ones that are most popular, they'll be right there. You just go show more and then start using them. Write them down, save them somewhere, take a screenshot so they're ready to go in your post. So Dee Dee, I know you are so excited. Do you want to say anything more about this?
I don't even know what to say. It doesn't suck.
You knew that was coming. All right, we're just about at the hour. I'm almost done, but we've got a bit more to go. So let's keep moving. I'm glad it doesn't suck. All right. On your posts, under your profile, when you pull up your last post or any article, it will tell you how many people actually viewed your post. So I may only have gotten 28 posts on my poll and only a few comments, but 735 people viewed it. Now, I don't know who those people are. And that was just, it had been up how many days? 1 day. That's after only 1 day. It's still up. People are still voting on it. But what I do know, this is what I do know. This is what it will tell me. When I open it up, out of those 735, which was from last night, 3 people from Young Living viewed my post. Do you think, I think I'm going to do a search for Young Living people. They tend to like my post. I'll go make connections with people and tell them about my post because I can search Young Living people.
Wow.
Amazon, 2 people who work for Amazon, 2 people who work for Monet, however they pronounce it. 2 people who work for my county department. I would love to know who that is and get rid of them. I don't want anybody from the government seeing my account, but okay. And JP Morgan Chase, investment people like my poll. 38 people have the title business owner.
Ooh.
38 salesperson. 32 founder. 30 executive director. 17 marketing specialist. That tells me if I want to make connections, I want to go search by the title business owner.
Wow.
And then 108 people viewed my post from Las Vegas, which makes sense because when I first got on LinkedIn, I was making a lot of connection requests in Las Vegas. But after that, 21 from Salt Lake City, which kind of fits if they were from Young Living. 18 from Los Angeles, 13 from Phoenix, 9 from Orange County. Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. Now I can narrow down my connection request searches.
Nice.
So you just clicked on the 735 views to get all those stats?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So it doesn't tell you the people. That's only in the comments, but the stats are right there. LinkedIn creates them for you. You don't have to do any more searching. And that, my friends, is why you want posts instead of articles.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Posts instead of articles. You do want to write articles. You want to have a few up there so you don't get that thing from LinkedIn, nothing to see here. But if you're going to write an article, you have to write a post anyway to tell people you wrote it.
Nice.
And there you go. And hopefully
Nice.
people will take your article because it's written about wisdom that your audience requires, and they'll go share it. Or you can ask people to share it. You can say, I'll share your article if you share mine. And there we are. All right, I think it's time to go hear from the community.
LinkedIn is actually nice. I thought they were mean, but they're actually pretty nice.
Why did you think it was mean?
I don't know. It just seems that way. Like a bunch of
Snooty.
stuffy people on.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. I'm just saying. You know?
Snooty people.
Well, there
Yeah.
are stuffy people, but LinkedIn is making it easier and
I
easier
know.
and easier to lighten up. LinkedIn wants people to
Exactly.
lighten up a little bit. Still be in
Yep.
business, but lighten up. All right,
Exactly.
let's get over to well, you would think I would have an update here, but no. So I'll just go straight over to the group. Are you guys able
wants
to
what
see?
Dee Dee's having.
No,
Is
I'm
that what
looking at the
people are
comments.
saying?
Yeah,
I want
Barbara
what Dee Dee's
wants
having.
what
Well,
Dee
who
Dee's
doesn't?
having.
Look at all these wows. Yeah.
I got real hashtag.
Oh, I love Ned's version of this. Not suck, zuck. Zuck. I love that. I've never heard that term before. I love this channel. Okay, Janet, it doesn't suck. Facebook benefit can be less corporate. Love this training. Good. Corey, it's so cool to see the insights. Too Late Gov sees everything. Yep. Monique. Okay, Dee Dee. Monique wants you to know it doesn't suck.
Right.
Okay, Irene, how many hashtags? All right, remember there's 700 characters. That's a really good question to ask. All kidding aside, 700 characters in a post. If you use it all up with hashtags, there's no wisdom. So write the wisdom and then whatever you have left over, because hashtags count as part of the 700, and they'll cut you off. You'll know. It'll say you've reached your limit.
Nice.
Right? Okay.
Can I start my own hashtag?
Yes. Yes. In fact,
Okay.
Angela Brooks said yesterday, hashtag your own name. Go for
Okay.
it.
I'm going for it.
All right. Look at that. So lots of wows. 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 Previous comments. All right. Wowza. Okay. All right. Let's go to. Okay. What really qualifies as an article? Teresa asked that. That's a great question. Anything that's longer than 700 characters and that you actually write under articles. Like you have to click articles or pulse and you write it there. And then it stays on your profile and you can make it featured. In fact, let me show you. I'll show you how you can do this. Let me just make sure I'm in the right place. All right, going to LinkedIn. I know I'm not screen sharing yet. By the way, we all said we could stick around for a half an hour more. Oh, this is just fun.
I'm having fun. Why would I not stay here?
Well, thank you. I'm just trying to figure out why Zoom is not coming back up for me. I am literally clicking on Zoom and it's supposed to come up. Let me close some things down. Okay, I see why now. Operator error.
I won't tell.
Okay, so now I come back to you, and now we're going to screen share. All right, so my profile, so I go to the picture of me, and I click on me, and I view profile. And all right, go to about, my dashboard, my activity, see all activity. So this is everything. And I did share Bobby Umar's. If anybody knows who Bobby is, he's got a huge following. And I commented and then I shared. And my comment was, I'm sharing this. I wanted to make sure he knew I'm sharing your post. Let's see if you come back. And Bobby actually connected with me a long time ago. So I probably got a message from him. Okay. So here's my articles. They get saved. Notice I don't have that many written, but they get saved. Oh, now they're all coming up. More than what was there. Ah. All right. Can you see the kinds of things I'm posting about? You're not seeing anything from MLSP, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so this goes way back from my Cheetah Bee. So talking about if authors have an easy time because we're wisdompreneurs, my blogs were there, but let's come in here. All right, so this is where I started sharing other people's information in my articles. I started sharing other people's books.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So you're a
this
resource.
one, by the way, this, so you might say, but that looks like a product. No, that's not my, I was just a picture. I wasn't selling anything. I said, what does connection mean to you? I just wanted a colorful picture to catch their attention. This one, I'm clearly standing in front of a wall of books, creates interest. But here, you know how on Facebook, we're not really supposed to use third-party photos, you know, even stock photos because they don't look real.
Right.
On LinkedIn, they expect us to use stock photos. Yeah, use stock photos all day long. Okay, this was 3 easy ways to leverage the time and energy you spend with all your clients. I was talking to coaching clients here. It's an ebook. That photo, not the best. And then the next one is my actual head from the same photo. All right, holidays. Okay,
No
how to keep
comment.
the happy at the holidays. But I was talking about to business people how to keep the happy in the holidays. Okay, you'll never do a whole lot unless you're brave enough to try. 5-minute quiz to reveal future business success. Now that was an MLSP link.
That's my birthday.
That I did on your birthday. Okay, well, Brian put something, whatever year that was. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it right now. Okay, but I didn't show an MLSP graphic. I showed a graphic that would catch people's attention. Orange, I think you all know I like orange. Creativity, a quote that is powerful, motivational, and take this quiz to reveal whether you're going to be successful in business. People love quizzes. They love polls. They love to engage with that stuff. Now, I only had 3 people, but that's because I didn't actually post it. This one is using LinkedIn to fill your pipeline. So I'm going to show you all. I did put this in a post. I'll do it again. And notice the graphic up here catches your attention. What does that tell you? Just that picture there. What does it tell you?
You're in business.
Okay. Why am I in business? What do you see?
You're
Looks
working
like a
home.
financial graph.
What does financial graph usually indicate?
Business.
Come on,
income.
it's obvious. What does it indicate?
That you teach about finances.
Well, no, because I'm saying, but if you see a growth going up, what does it mean on business?
Oh, that you're making money.
Oh, yeah,
Making
yeah.
money, business growth. Yeah, Elisa. Are you making money? I know you are. You've put a lot of people in. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like instant connection. She's talking about business growth. It's a
Mhm.
vase, so I'm obviously more, please forgive me for the gender part. It could be a male or female vase, but usually women have a vase on their desk. But that mug is not frilly, right? That's not a frilly mug.
Right.
It's a, I mean business mug. Okay, there you go. I'm saying I mean business, and I'm going to do it kind of soft, but I mean business. So using LinkedIn to fill your pipeline. There we go. You want to fill it so it keeps
Yeah.
growing. Do you see like the visual clues?
Yeah.
A whole new ball game.
Whole new ball game. And then I come down and I put right here. It's not a post, it's an article. LinkedIn mastermind discussion. Business people like masterminds. That's another word. Workshop, webinar, seminar, mastermind.
Yeah.
Brainstorming.
I love masterminds.
Okay. Brian used the language that would appeal to LinkedIn people. He did not call it a challenge when he wrote this.
Right.
So because it would appeal and it's dark and it's bold, I used it. It's a mastermind discussion to help you understand the largest professional network in the world and explore how you could use it to get motivated prospects and sales for your business. It fits, right? Everything's congruent here. This is the kind of article you write every day. Okay, social media is now saturated with network marketers spamming their products and services. Somebody on LinkedIn is going to go, Okay, that sucks, is what they're thinking, Dee Dee. Right.
Okay, that's your next word, Brian.
That's right. Every day is becoming more difficult to get seen and near impossible to stand out. You're fed up with wasting countless hours talking to unmotivated, unqualified prospects who aren't serious about starting a home-based business. Now they're like, oh, she's talking to people in a home-based business, because I am. If they happen to see this article and they weren't, they'd stop right there. Nope, not interested. But if they are, yeah,
Mhm.
you have an amazing opportunity and products to share with the world, but nobody knows you exist yet. Yeah, it's like crickets here on LinkedIn, they're thinking. All right. Now, could everybody have written that? Yeah, because where did I get it?
Yeah.
Where did I get it? Where did I get the copy?
MLSP.
Face.
That's right. I'm not saying maybe a pretty face, but it's not a stupid face. I'm going to use Brian's copy all day long.
Leverage.
That's right. That's an article. All right. So now let's go back to
How
Let's
often should you make an article?
every once in a while.
Okay.
That's every once in a while. Like they said, you have to, when you feel like you've run out of things to post about, write an article and then put it in your post. That's the only thing that an article is really good for. And even though it still says article, it's considered post. But let's go to posts.
Wow.
Okay. So this is the one I retold. And Dee Dee, here's my opinion. Okay. So Bobby wrote, do you like telling stories? I can help. Want to see the first 5 video tips of my 10 tips 100-day series? So he knows who his audience is. He's a thought leader in branding, storytelling, personal branding, meaningful relationships. I'm going to take you to his page so you can see what his headline is. Okay. 5-time TEDx and Inc. magazine top 100 leadership speaker. He's got the goods. He speaks to large audiences. See his banner up here? He's letting you know he's a wisdom leader. And here's all of his services: public speaking, career development coaching, leadership development, executive coaching, business consulting, training, digital marketing, content strategy. So he better show up. See all the details. They're all there. He's in Toronto. He will work in person or remote, and he accepts free messages and business inquiries from any LinkedIn member. Good. Anybody can message him. Very accessible. But you see, and look at that headshot. There in his
Yeah.
suit, his tie. Okay, he means business. So going back, you gonna take me back? No. All right, let me get back over to my profile and show you. I hope this is helpful to everybody out there.
Absolutely.
Are they saying yes? Is it, yeah? Give me a yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, where did I, okay, so I'm going back down to my activity. See all my activity. And there's the post that he wrote. And that's what I said. I'm sharing this. I wanted him to know. So then I did share it. By the way, LinkedIn does get a little glitchy. I've said this before, and it does. Sometimes it gets like cut. It's like it trips on itself. So here's the post. So sometimes you have to reload or just start all over again. Storytelling is one of the key elements to being noticed and attracting engagement on your posts. I am always looking for ways to improve my storytelling. This post is full of tips, and I shared his post, and I hashtagged marketing, social media, influence marketing, content marketing. Yeah, I'm tagging on to him. That's what LinkedIn wants me to do.
I'm glad you did that. I was just going to
but-
ask that question.
Yeah, but this post is going to show up under storytelling. Like if people look in storytelling, they're going to see, now did he hashtag storytelling? He did. So they'll see his and they'll see mine.
Nice.
Okay, marketing, it will be hashtagged under marketing. He did not hashtag marketing, so mine will show up. Yes, they'll see Bobby's as well because it's attached to mine, but I'll show up in the marketing.
Yeah.
Influencer marketing? No. Content marketing? Nope. So I'll be there. So yeah, I gave him more exposure into areas, but other people will take mine and give exposure. And that's what I want us all to do. So that's what you can do with posts, or you can do a poll. But remember, you're doing one post. So he really made his work for him this week. He's doing training. That's his post. The rest of his posts, he will reshare. And if you go to his profile, you'll see that. All right. We still have plenty of time.
Someone is asking, well, not
Yeah,
asking,
go ahead.
rather stating that tagging people who don't then comment or engage is actually a negative as far as LinkedIn is concerned.
Well, and they're not going to help you get engagement. That's the only negative. It's not LinkedIn
Right.
doesn't care.
Okay,
LinkedIn
so it doesn't
care.
put you back in the algorithm or anything. if they
No,
don't
no,
comment.
no, no. It's
Okay.
not like Facebook where only a certain number of people like will be showing your post based upon the percentage. No, it's just LinkedIn will, if somebody comments, LinkedIn will like that because there's more engagement. It'll keep your post up longer.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why they're saying posts will stay up between 3 and 10 days, depending upon engagement.
Cool. Okay.
So Bobbies tend to stay around on the news feed.
Mhm.
They'll always be in your own profile page, but they'll stay on the news feed longer. Gary V's stay on the news feed longer
Gotcha.
because of the amount of engagement. All right, I'm going back into comments. Okay, does anyone say anything negative or unprofessional on LinkedIn? I haven't seen too much, but I stay away from those people anyway. Okay, Nicole said, I've learned to add to my own posting is by resharing others' posts and adding my own touch. Love it. Yep.
Coriani's asking, do you prime LinkedIn like Facebook before going live or whatever? So
No.
people no, okay.
No, not necessary. It's not part of the algorithm. I haven't found that anywhere to do that. Okay, Gary says, Janet says Gary has 608 people working for him per Google search. Cool. Okay, Janet's asking royalty-free stock photos or pay for high quality ones. I haven't found a whole lot of difference. between Pexels and Unsplash in terms of quality and paying for them. There's a lot more selection on paid sites, but the quality is the same. Elisa, you feel the same?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Why pay for them? If you can find what you need on a free stock photo site, why pay for it?
Or even the ones on Canva, because they actually come from those sites.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Carney Ice, would complimentary be better than free? Yeah, free usually connotes free product. Complimentary consultation would be probably more professional. Schedule your complimentary consultation. That was a great question. Stephanie says it's good, so good. Stephanie, tell us why. Why is it so good? Because you've been on LinkedIn for a while. Why was it good? Okay, so Teresa, I hope that showed you exactly how to do an article and how it's different from a post. Cool to see the insights, don't need to prime. After turning blog posts into documents and then adding them to favorites gets nice eyeballs. So let me show you what she's talking about. She's absolutely correct. All right, so going back to my profile. These are my features. Splitting your time evenly between browsing LinkedIn and updating Facebook can't be defined as work-life balance. Ha ha. It was a post. Do you know what it takes to have your profile be rated all-star by LinkedIn? Many of you did it on Facebook. I wonder how many of you decided to do the same thing on LinkedIn. Okay, and I got some people liking it. Oh, Abigail. She said food for thought. LinkedIn is different. And I'm going to reply to her right now, and I'm going to say, it was 12 hours ago, so I didn't really miss it because I haven't been on yet. I waited till today. I'm going to say, hi there. Yep. LinkedIn is so different. Are you on both? Which do you use? Which do you use most of the time? So I could have put that in the connection request, or I could do it right here and have her keep talking. So this just made my post stay up longer in the newsfeed, or go back to the newsfeed because it's alive. It's alive. Okay. And so I can't help myself today. What can I say? This is fun.
See,
There's my article.
I told you.
All right. So see all. If I hit here, see all. These are all my featured. So I don't put everything. Well, there was a time when I was putting everything in here. I'm not anymore. I'm just putting up a few of them now. So yes, Stacy, you spend some time cleaning out your LinkedIn. Might be a good idea. All right, let's see. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
With going live, is there anything special that we need to know about going live?
Yeah, you have to apply for it, and all the details are on that link. And so when you see the PDF, I gave you the link on how to apply for a Facebook Live. Okay. So it's a whole conversation in and of itself. So I just thought it was easier to give everybody the link for those who want to explore it. So thanks for the reminder.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay, Terry wants to hear some of your opinions, Dee Dee. Go ahead. You got a minute. Give us opinions.
What?
She just said, I want to hear your opinions.
About what?
And she didn't say. Just be opinionated, I guess, for a minute.
LinkedIn doesn't suck. I like it. I won't say as much as Facebook right now, but I'm really liking it like I like Facebook. So I think it's a lot easier to use so far, even though it's a different language, but I really like it. Facebook doesn't suck all the time. Is that a good enough?
Laughter is so good for the soul. Let's see. Elisa, do you have any opinions? Are you opinionated at all?
Only with people I really, really know, like my husband.
That's no fun.
All right, so you're just going to be, yes, Stacy and Dee Dee, whatever you say, yes.
That's right.
She's Canadian too. I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah.
you know what they say? They're so sweet, those Canadians,
Well,
except for the ones
it
who
really
aren't.
isn't that true, you know.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
Ivan
okay.
says, okay, it's time. We're having this private party. Let's get over and say hi to the folks. All right, Ivan, I do think it's true. I see this girl who sells my same product and she posts pictures of the products and the sales our company releases and gets no engagement. Yeah, because on LinkedIn, it isn't just about posting. So let's say you do decide to post a product. Nobody's going to kick you off of LinkedIn. Maybe you go to other people in your company who are on LinkedIn and say, hey, would you comment on it?
Mhm.
That engagement might produce some other people to take a look.
Yeah.
It might.
Try it
He's
anyway.
going to have an opinion on this. I see it coming.
So you can't do it on Facebook, but you can do that on LinkedIn. Well, I
Oh.
won't say can't do it on Facebook.
No, why can't you do it on Facebook?
I
If
would
you're all
say,
members
Try
of the
it,
same
yeah.
team, all members of the same team, and you go and you help each other boost engagement, of course
well,
you
because
could.
I was told in your feed, you see all of your teammates and it doesn't go out to as many new people as it does to your team.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true. But on LinkedIn, you can have
Yeah.
them comment, add an opinion.
Okay.
They get exposure just so long as you're not territorial with each other. If you're, because let's say somebody sees something in their profile and decides to go over there and they sign up with them.
Oh, well.
That would be another reason not to do the product. And then as Aaron Birch, if I don't say this, Aaron will get upset with me. Let's remember, if you show the product, they can easily leave LinkedIn and go to whoever they already know, or just go shopping online,
Yep.
right? So
Great.
that's the biggest reason not to do product. All right, Carla says, if it isn't something you'd put on a resume or expect to answer in an interview, keep it out of LinkedIn. I love that. I'm going to say it again. That is an opinion that doesn't suck. Carla said, if it isn't something you would put on a resume or expect to answer in an interview, keep it out of LinkedIn.
Way to go, Carla.
Bye-bye. That's it. Okay. And Anthony Didi is telling you, go on Clubhouse. The Clubhouse was made for you.
I'm already there.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
There you are.
That's my happy place too.
Okay. So Ned, I'm glad you brought up LemPod. All right. I am not lisping. I am literally saying LemPod, LEMPOD. It's a service. I mentioned this actually in the Wednesday webinar without calling it by name. So Ned says, I hope LinkedIn has detected and stopped the cheaters. Do you know if they have? They're not cheaters. They're not cheaters.
Oh, I remember that.
That said, you don't have to pay people. If you want to do what's called a pod, and I don't know, well, I guess I do know what it means by, but everybody like peas in a pod, all doing the same thing. You could put a group together. I did it for a while. I'm just saying, it's a lot. Do you remember me talking about this on Wednesday webinar? I said, it's a lot of time intensity. Not everybody is equal. Some people get more exposure. And after a while, people will see you're always the same people commenting on each other's posts and it doesn't buy you anything.
Exactly.
LemPod is an organization. They came together to put people in pods. And they say they manage it so that everybody gets equal exposure. And that's why you're paying them. That said, you're still with the same people over and over again. Better to make connection requests, tag people in your posts that you think would want to see it, and then go write them a message and say, I tagged you. Do you have a post you want, that you could tag me in? You could do it like that. Once back and forth, fine. All the time, it's not cheating. It just looks ridiculous. It means I have to pay. Truly, I have to pay people to friend me. That's what it means. I can't get friends on my own. I have to pay people to be my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, I made a lot of friends, and some people go, well, maybe the people in the pod will want my product.
That sucks.
It's
Edie, I
Try to hold
always
it
say
in.
that word.
perfect. That's exactly it. It's the same as,
I knew it was
why
gonna
don't
come
we
in.
get on a call together and I'll tell you about my product and you tell me about yours, and then we'll both buy each other's product.
How about no?
Yeah. How about no? Yeah. Let's just say we did. All right, we're going way past time, but you know what? We're going. We're going there. She's not out of sex and we're not out of questions yet.
Chung.
Okay. Let's see. Some people are just giving opinions. Dini, you opened up the door on opinions, just letting you know.
I
Okay.
don't know what to say.
Okay, people are saying,
Edie,
okay,
you're
enjoying
famous.
myself.
You're famous, Edie.
May I do
It's
a
about time.
live on this? Okay. Miranda is asking, hold on, all kidding aside. We go, let's get back to why we're here.
Okay.
Okay. Miranda is asking, may I do a live on this 5-day LinkedIn challenge? Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go live. Go live on LinkedIn. Just make sure that you're speaking to your right audience and you let people know, and you've got to get permission to go live. What I did and worked much better for me, even than that post I showed you on Facebook, I just said and Elisa, you did this. You have many, many people who came in. We both went on our personal page and in our groups to our coaching prospects. Have you ever wanted to learn how to do LinkedIn? Now's your time.
Yep.
She said she was getting the training, and so they jumped in with her. I said, I'm giving the training. Let me know, because I'm giving the training. I can get you in for $1. Let me know. A lot of people, hope you're all here. Love you. Okay. You probably never knew I have this much fun with my friends, but I do. Okay. Christy, do you have to do live to be successful? No. Before there was live, there were just posts, and many, many people have been successful. All it's saying is you'll get more engagement with videos if you choose to do it. But no, there are many, many people who never go live. Never go live. All right. I think Brian's saying boom, and he might also be saying that's enough.
He's probably shaking his head at us.
Oh my gosh. This one will go down in history.
Yay.
But Dee Dee, I have to say that I use that word all the time, and I'm so glad I found someone else.
Hashtag.
Yes, and maybe we can get Brian to start using it instead, because it is kid friendly.
It is.
Well,
It's
my
very
kids are grown, so
kid-friendly.
it doesn't matter over here.
He just has to change one letter. Just one letter.
I think it's too
Still
late
make
for
the same sound.
Don't encourage him.
Brian.
All right. Well, I hope that in the midst of the fun, and they always say we learn more when we're laughing. So I pray that that is true. Thanks to the two of you for bringing so much joy to today's session.
This
The
is
PDF
awesome.
will get dropped in the guide section along with day 3 for everybody to go through it themselves. And see, LinkedIn doesn't have to be so serious. We can have
doesn't
some
suck,
fun
right.
with it. That's right. And in honor, I'll just say, let's just do it. We'll everybody just say the word for her one time. Let's
Come
count
on.
to 3. If you don't know the word by now, I am not going to tell it to you.
You suck. No.
Well, you didn't even give people time to get ready for it. I was just going to say just the word. Just the word. 1, 2, 3. Suck.
Suck.
That's it. All right.
Good job.
Dee Dee,
Good job.
go have fun. Melissa, you as well. Everyone, we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, hold on. There's a time change. Time change. So we are at a different time. It's the same time as the Wednesday webinar. So we move to 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for day 4 and day 5. A couple of last minute things I almost forgot. Some of you have been asking me for help with your personal profile. You can book a strategy session with me through MLSP. They'll tell you what the cost is. They take care of all of that. It doesn't mean you have to sign up for mentorship. You can just book. a strategy session with me, and I'd be happy during that strategy session to help you set up your LinkedIn profile. But also, for those who don't want to do that, but you still want a little more support, we're talking about it. So make sure you're on the Wednesday webinar to figure out what we do after the challenge for people who really want to delve into LinkedIn. There is conversation going on. I don't know what they've come up with yet. I really don't, but they've told me to let you know they're talking about it. We hear you, we know you, and that won't suck either. So, all right, now I'm done. Bye, everyone. Wishing you an abundance of yes as always,
Look what you
of
guys
course. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.